Guys, YouTube is hard. YouTube seems very, very hard. And then you think you have like tens of thousands of followers on Instagram, Facebook, across your, other social media platforms, but post a video. You know that to get 1,000 views is difficult. It's hard to come by. So, it gets me wondering, all these other guys online that, they post videos and then they're like, they're having millions of views. How are they doing it? And like, they're not even like celebrities, or they're not people that, maybe they already have like a large following. So, like fresh account, new accounts, they just post, boom. It will be tracking, showing you within 1 week that millions of views, that money. I'm seeing videos like how I monetize in 10 hours, how I monetize in 2 days. What are you people doing? How are you people doing it? Like it's hard, so I decided. So if you look at my face, I'm just waking up in the morning to shoot this video. Like I just woke up with this thought on my mind. Like so personally, like if you follow my channel, I really happy on camera. I don't like to show my face. I've always said that, and I'm not the camera type. I'm shy. I'm not really good with all this, doing all this talk on live on camera. Like I just want to maintain my privacy and just hide my face. But then, fam, like I saw like two videos yesterday before I went to bed, like a Nigerian lady and one other man from the US. And like it's as if that yesterday the algorithm was just curating like the worst possible videos to, send down my timeline. Like zero effort. And like I watched some videos and I'm like, I can do way, way better than these guys now. Like these guys are not even doing anything. They're not even, you know, appearance is zero. The space they're shooting with is zero. The lady no even there's no makeup, and the man was just chilling in like an old apartment and just gisting, just talking. And guess what? They have thousands of views. Have thousands of views. So I realized that, like, one of the things that really work, is trying to build a community, building a followership for people to get used to you, the personality, the image, and all that. And over time, they just, like, regardless of how weird you think you feel, regardless of whatever niche you want to do or how you look, see, if you're consistent, there are people out there that will definitely connect with you. There are people out there that will follow you, your videos and likes and be consistent coming back to watch what you're putting up. So after watching those terrible, terrible videos, I was like, means I can do better than these guys now. I probably need to start showing my face on camera, like maybe once in a while because sincerely, even if the faceless YouTube thing, I've tried it, it feels soulless for lack of another word, right? You're just spewing out content, it feels AI generated. Like most times people don't really get to connect. You get from analytics, you get a lot of one-time viewers where like the videos are getting discovered, but it doesn't move them to subscribing, to clicking, um, coming back to watch. They just watch for one-time value and then they move on. But if you're showing your face, if you create that community, people are able to bond and connect, with that personality, and so they'll subscribe and then they'll keep coming back to watch. And also one other thing is that for faceless YouTube channels, for instance, um, they're not actually as easy as people usually portray to be. They'll just tell you, you don't need to show your face. You just tell AI to generate a script, go to 11 labs to the voiceover, and then you put it together. Found it's not that easy. I'll tell you for free, it's not that easy. It still takes a lot of work, you know. So first, after you generated your script, you have to voice the script, for instance, or put it in some tool to voice it for you, use 11 Labs and all those platforms. And then you now have to edit it, put it together, go look for copyright-free clips, for your B-roll. I think that's what they call it. literally to just put the script together, to put the video together, So that's a lot of work. Editing takes a lot of work, and your ability to edit it to actually be interesting, for people to watch is another thing, So the guys running the faceless YouTube channels, they still spend a lot of time. They still spend a lot of resources. Most of them, the big time ones, the ones I've seen, the ones I've tried to follow and research, they spend a lot of money. They hire professionals from Fiverr, they hire professionals from Upwork to help them do the work. So they still spend a lot of money. You see people test running channels and they have budget of like $3,000, to test run a channel, to pay everybody to do all. They even pay people that design the thumbnail. So and then they just experiment the channel for like 1, 2 months and see if it breaks even. If it's good, they keep at it. If it's not good, they shut down. Like those guys have deep pockets. They can keep doing that over and over again. They experiment, and when they find one that works, that brings in millions of views and then or a niche, they just stick with it, then they just keep trying. Like, but for most people, they probably don't have that kind of resources to try around. They can't do all that experimentation to find what actually works. So in all fairness, I actually think putting your face out there, like just setting up I'm recording on my phone now, just setting up a camera and then recording the video just feels simple enough, it's straightforward, like just record if you like your edit, if you don't like you want to be vulnerable. Like most times I don't edit my video. Like this one I'll probably not edit, I'll just post it the way it is raw. And it works. It's easier. Like once you're done shooting, you're done, you move on, and that's it. The video is ready. You don't need to do a lot of fancy things. Well, if you still want to edit, fine. But for me, this is actually easier. So that's one of the reasons I've decided to show my face. And the other reason is the reason I started with, trying to build a community, build a followership. So I have decided that once in a while I could show my face. I'll be showing my face once in a while. Maybe not too often, but just to create a community to put a face, behind the channel. So yeah, so for me, this is the first step, and this is the first video I'm making, as a result of that decision. So I'll see how it goes. Sincerely, I think I preferred, I'll probably over time, I guess I'll probably enjoy doing this more than, trying to put faceless contents together, you know. Yeah, so let me know what you think. Let me know what your experiences have been, especially if you're like a small YouTuber, you have a small channel that you're trying to grow, maybe less than 1,000 or a few thousand, like let me know what your challenges are and what are the hacks, that you're applying. What changes are what's easier for you to do? How are you able to, quickly churn out content? Like what works for you? Okay. Try and share in the comment section, and also I appreciate if you can subscribe and follow. And then I'm also trying to create a community. Yeah, so let me know. Let me know what you think, okay? Follow. Yep, follow. Follow. No, we don't say follow on YouTube. Subscribe. Pardon me, guys, in my first time. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.